Hello, I'm State Representative John Payne of the 106th District in Dauphin County. Thanks for joining me for this month's V-Clip. I'm a firm believer that we can't say thank you enough to those men and women who currently serve and have served in our armed forces. They are true heroes and protectors of our freedoms. Each year, my staff and I show our appreciation by hosting a breakfast to honor veterans from every war era. It's always a great time for fellowship between the veterans, and it gives me a chance to acknowledge their service to our country. This year, we hosted another successful breakfast with more than 275 veterans in attendance. I'd like to share some portions of this program with you, now in hopes that it will allow you to reflect on the contributions of these special citizens.
Couple of comments for the Marine Corps. Happy 236th birthday for all the Marines. How about a show of hands for the Marines? I also want to announce that all the veterans who have recently passed away. We started this the other year where we have a chair up here in honor for all of our brothers and sisters who passed away in the service. And then I go around the room and I ask you if there's anybody you specifically know who's passed away. We do have, unfortunately, 3 people who were here last year who are not with us. Anthony Santiago, both senior and junior, passed away, and Robert Enders passed away. All 3 of those gentlemen were here last year for the breakfast. Let's bow our heads and take a moment of silence and remember all the veterans who are no longer with us. A lot of people knew Major Winters and Band of Brothers. I have to tell you a short story, and Bill Jackson will laugh, but he knows this is true. I worked with Dick at Hershey Chocolate. He actually was the first person that started running the byproducts plant, the animal plant, to take a lot of stuff that we used to take to the landfill and turn it into animal feed and recycling and show Hershey, if you will, how to make some profit off of what was scrap. And Dick did such a great job that Hershey ended up buying the company from him and then kept him on. So my relationship with Dick was through Hershey. One day after the book came out, I'm reading the book and I'm kind of like, Dick Winters. I can't be the same guy because the guy I worked with never said a word about his service record. And I called Bill Jackson and I said to Bill, I got this book and it's about Dick Winters. And he goes, it's the same guy. So then I called Dick, and I thought Dick was just laughing hysterically, going, yeah, that's me, but I don't want our relationship, our friendship to be based on that. And I went over, sat in his kitchen. He had a little booth in his kitchen, and got him to sign the book. And then we talked him into doing an interview series. And we actually interviewed him in his house for, as hard as this is to believe, just about 4.5 hours. And when we were done, he said to me, so you know, the History Channel was just here last week and they spent 20 minutes. I don't know what the message was there, but Ethel had to stop us twice so Dick could get something to drink and go to the restroom. And we just had such a great, it was just that feeling, you know, we knew each other. It was like 2 guys sitting down just talking. And I hope you appreciate just a short clip from the video. We are going to start running the entire series in January on the website.
I want to point out that the guy that was standing up there on the dike that day, at that particular moment, is not the guy that you're talking to today. And it was in a mental state. I don't know how to explain it, but I've never was there before, never been that condition since. But at that point, when I started that charge across the field, I was running faster than I ever ran before in my life. The thing about it was everybody else was moving so slow. I couldn't understand it. My men were moving so slow, I couldn't understand it. I got up there and jumped up on the dike. The Germans are moving so slow, and I can't understand why they're moving so slow. I'm normal, but they're not. And jumping up on the dike, as the picture points out, there's this young soldier right across the road from me. Actually, he was not out in the field like we show in the film. He was directly on the other side of that road, about 2 steps away, because it was just a narrow dirt road coming up from the river. And I came up directly across from him, eyeball to eyeball. And he was just as shocked as could be. I leveled off at him. And the thing that I can never forget was he smiled. And as he smiled, I shot him.
He would have been 94.
January 16th of 2012, and we'll start that honor of the entire interview series in January on our website. And we'll do a different interview each month. So you'll see the entire complete interview. I got to be honest, out of all the interview time that we were there doing, my favorite clip is the one where I asked him about the dike. And he said, I don't know, but that guy's not sitting here today. Really struck home. Air Force. Air Force, the oldest member in the Air Force. Anybody over 95? 95, Air Force. Right there. 100 years old. I don't think anybody's beaten that. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Good. Thank you. Wow. Thanks for joining me for this month's V-Clip. You've been watching highlights from my annual Veterans Breakfast. As a reminder, I'll be sending an update each month as a way to keep you informed on the issues taking place in Harrisburg and throughout the district. If you have any questions, please contact my office. The contact information appears within this email message. Until next time, I'm John Payne.